Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Voices and Flow. We want to thank you, all of our regulars now that we have, thank you. And to you, our newcomers, thank you so much for joining us on Voices and Flow here on TVG. Now, again, we're going to have a fantastic lineup for you, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy. You're locked on to Voices and Flow.
She has traveled across seas, risen and fallen, like waves weaving her destiny to be mothers, sisters, and me. He has journeyed across seas, fallen and risen, floating upon waters, revising his future forever, flying skies, stretching his path westward, welcoming worlds with movement like Shiva's unending dance. They have survived the Kalipani, bathed in the Corentyne, ran alongside the Hudson, holding the sacred Ganga in their hearts, holding the sacred Ganga in their hearts, dancing Shiva's unending dance across the seas, adoring and adorning gods and goddesses, keeping India's greatness in golden temples, telling tales past to tailor the present. They have journeyed across seas for the sake of sifting sugar through their blood. Flooded upon fields of sugarcane, they have journeyed across seas, beaten and threshed like wheat or rice that arises from earth to create new lives upon new land, so I, their child, can rise. Glancing back at his balanced stance, her steady gaze upon India, I sense ancestors searching for Shiva's lingam in sun-soaked fields kept nurtured by Kuli blood, spilled in struggle to surpass the Sahib. Days when we attacked back because brown sugar brought licks on backs burning with pain, being beaten and smeared with salt, backs burning with pain, so white sugar may be made to sweeten British teas, while British teas coolies continuously with false promises of plenty. Where are the streets paved with gold, El Dorado? Where is the hum of freedom sang while walking along the streets of Calcutta, saving my forefathers and mothers from poverty with selfish lies, luring my people from ties with gods to do the work of devils, digging our graves with sweet sugar cane that blow in the breeze while we die as British wealth increase. Can Kuli lives be compromised so sinfully? Turning brown sugar into white wealth, they were forced to hate the sight of themselves, mirrored in the stench of distilleries as gold tilleries fade like memories of Mother India, fade like memories of Mother India, fade like memories of Mother India, reflected in eyes crying for Krishna's kingdom. They have journeyed across seas, rising and falling, falling and rising like waves, weaving their destiny to cultivate and culture, changed and renewed to new generations, moving from centuries, leaving countries, living in cities called new, never turning back as a way out, doubting the present to present paths worthy of their weight. But waiting on lines for visas like wandering souls, stretching for the warmth of a new home once more, landing upon new lands to build new lives once more. When brighter days disappeared from their gaze in the country they toiled to build, independence brought on dependence, dealing a new deck of cards that led to dictatorship, the disappearance of Indians from Guyana, fleeing to London, Canada, America, journeying across new seas to seize new destinies. They stretched their hands towards universities and double duties to pay bills, send bills back home for families left behind, beholding hopes of migration once more as the only way out. Landing alien on foreign lands, still dancing Shiva's unending dance. They work the day into night to brighten the darkest times. They have journeyed across seas, rising and falling, falling and rising, like waves weaving their destiny to be builders, creators, creating new lives in new countries and cities called new, never turning back as a way out, doubting the present to present paths worthy of their weight. But wait, time and time and time again, they look back steadily to link back learn new dances, sing new songs. Singing of ancient India and modern times when children mingle with mass culture, cradling heritage to ground and give them meaning, singing and dancing bright and shining like stars, spinning, glistening, letting India's glory live on in their contemporary story. They have journeyed across seas, and turning back is how they built homes like Berbice and Richmond Hill, a colorful collage on East Indian and West Indian tapestry, revising history while reviving cultures across seas, surviving whips threatening to rip us apart like wild cane. The canvas of our lives speak of centuries coming to grip with change as we change lands like the direction of the wind. Dancing Shiva's unending dance, glancing to Guyana and India, we journey back across seas to seize new centuries, new cities. We are the surviving, dancing Shiva's unending dance, dancing Shiva's unending dance, dancing Shiva's unending dance. We are the surviving, dancing Shiva's unending dance. We are the surviving, dancing Shiva's unending dance. We are the surviving.
The name of this piece is called The Love Next Door. It goes like, I heard a story about the girl next door. They say, shorty, 100. But she's a whore. It's not funny. You see, everybody knows that she's poor. So most of the offers that end up at her door is consumed in fire that burns the soul. She burning gold, not yet refined but pure. On the wings of a dove, her love comes sure. She was the lady in the stable for those pigs before, but got no X and O's, just X's and blows. Rated X photos as evidence of how low they ego soar. Hovering like a dark cloud, cause when it rains, it pours. And she falls to pieces, just like those drip drops. If I ever run into her like Quicksilver, I'll tell her like it is. Like, hey there, cute lips. You deserve the title sweetness, but I'm jam in the flesh. We should kiss. You know, kick it social steady. What's your digits? And I ain't speeding anything, but life is a haste. So you know, like I know, there is no time to waste. I see you from me like loose shoelaces. Safety is sure with eights. And what's done between us shall be engraved in our spirits, because memory has a tendency to degenerate, and I just wanna be unforgettable. Babes, you can't use every man fat and fry me. Let's get cooking on a clean slate. Every time I come to the table, I bring a clean plate. Realize, baby, before this sun rises is the best time to wake. You can be the queen in my world, but you need mustard seed faith, because when we connect, it's like birth. Don't be afraid of what's at stake. See, I've been broken in the past, and in the heavy winds I'll flake, so don't blow me away or shoot me down before I wake. For I'm just a fisherman who uses his heart as bait. And recently, I've been skidding across water like Duck and the Drake. This season's slowly coming to a close, and I can hardly wait. So let me know where you'll be at when the clouds congregate. I'll bring the real, you bring the warmth and intimacy we'll create. So we'll always feel each other when covered like a template, or even if things go sour, cause certain bonds just can't break. But today, you will never know. Because you don't hint or communicate with the courteous man on the corner that tries to facilitate a smile or a happy face, nice words to aid in making your day great. Because the stereotype thing got you thinking in a steel crate. They say you a man-eater, but I ain't counting how many you ate. I just dodge the cold shoulder, stay grizzled and hibernate, and watch from my window as you embrace another check, make, bless.
Do you see the tree, standing proud and large with branches green, flamboyant fruit flower and brazen cocoons, feverishly licking the bark to find partly sweet but grossly sour, and where tails hug to find comfort in chilly, cold weather? Do you see the tree? Do you see the tree where a head is hanging from the strongest branch as if to ambush a roaring army of high-color fellas? Luscious green branches clap and dance to the wave of dawn and cringe at the call of presumptuous birds, and mothers, pregnant heifers, herds and herds. Do you see the tree? Where legs blister to climb down and stamp on muddy imprints made by spirits and drums, spirits dressed in long flowing sashes and others in handmade frilly trousers that match the intricate patterns on my gown? Do you see the tree? Standing tall to remind all of we that African culture is not dead, lost or pagan. It flows through our veins, our speech, even our passions and dreams for better living. And though her branches worn and old, look closer, you'll see you, me fit into antiquated frames reflecting the image of Gwendolyn Brooks, who was the first black poet to win the Pulitzer Prize in the US, Ann Petrie, who drew the curtains and striking short stories on black history, Rosa Parks, who punched a hole in black degradation and filled it with dignity and initiative, Malcolm X, Leroy Jones, Arna Bontemp, Grace Nichols, Nelson Mandela, Martin Carter, my grandmother, Clapping Roti and Simran Belanje Choka. And her songs lift the house, and her songs lift the house with fresh coconut oil. And when I peep on the countertop, they had Edo bake and saltfish choker. But I never thought that the coconut tree that we take the branch from for sweep the yard would still bear. Her hair as soft as the cotton wool I used to pick up in the grass, and hands that would nurture plimper to petals, yeah? And I never see she lie down yet, sick, till that one time father calls she home. Her spirit lives with her cooking skills, and granddad's scars tell that her secrets were plenty, buried under the same tree. Do you see the tree? Resounding black voices hiking up the volume on freedom, shielding souls in mad frenzy, lifting the banner stained with the blood of Martin Luther King. Do you hear the rejoicing as fingers sting on the drums and masqueraders dance as the hairs raise on the skin? Do you see the tree? Do you see the tree standing proud and large with branches green, flamboyant fruit flower, and where raccoons hibernate and brazen cocoons swing to smother their goo in eggs? To live is only a few, and to live is only just a few. Do you see the tree? Do you now see the tree?
All right, so we'll be taking a short break, but in the meantime, you could call a friend that knows a friend and tell them that Voices and Flow is on right now. So we'll be right back after these short messages.